In just under 3 years since I decided to stop being a hypocrite, start telling the truth, and become the man that could live his life without pornography, I've been able to go on to launch a podcast that has hit the top 100 on Apple Podcast, recognized as new and noteworthy within the first 2 months of releasing on iTunes. I've launched a 6-figure coaching business that next year we will do multiple 6 figures, and I know for certain will be a multi-million-dollar company within the next couple of years. I've gone on to share my story and testimony, and hundreds of thousands of people have now heard it, and it's transformed and changed their lives. Our YouTube channel reaches on average 30 to 40,000 people every single month right now, and is growing by the day. And recently I've taken on a role and a position as helping other online business owners and entrepreneurs grow and scale their businesses. And I don't say any of this to impress you, because at the end of the day, this is my life. These are the things that light me up from the inside. If you really looked at it, none of the things I shared with you are really that impressive. But it means the world to me, because I know I'm walking in the purpose, my purpose. So I don't say any of that to impress you, but to impress upon you what is truly possible when you decide that you were meant for more. So much more. You know, one of the things that we constantly talk about here, for those of you guys that are new here, my name is Frank Rich, CEO and founder and head coach at Rebuilt Recovery. It is our mission to help men break free from the shackles of porn addiction through the power of faith and fitness. So if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn those post notifications on, because we are dropping videos every single day now, Monday through Friday. But one of the things that we constantly share, and it sits at the foundation of our coaching and our message here, is that we want to help you quit porn and become the man that you were created to be. Because I believe each one of us has a calling on our life. Each one of us has a clearly defined purpose that we are meant to walk out in and into the service of others. And whether or not you want to truly admit this to yourself, I believe that your addiction and your struggle with pornography right now is preventing you from fully seeing what that purpose is, but then being able to walk it out in your life so you can serve others, so you can make the world a better place. Because ultimately that's where lasting joy, fulfillment, meaning, and purpose is found. Now, if I think back over the course of the last decade or so, with being an online entrepreneur, starting a company that did millions of dollars, achieving the peak of what my physique was able to do through bodybuilding, I had achieved what some would look at as quite a bit. But why was I empty? Why was I lost? Why was I suffering? Why was I struggling to find happiness and joy in my life? Because at the end of the day, when I walked out into the world, I knew that they weren't getting the real, authentic Frank. And I'm not here to tell you, and I'm not here to press shame upon you. But if you're constantly consuming pornography, for one, you know what it's doing to your brain. We've talked about that. You know what it's doing to your heart. You know what it's doing to how you see other people. But because you know that none of this is right, because you know that you were meant for so much more, what is it really holding you back from achieving? What is it really holding you back from accomplishing? If you're running to pornography to escape the pain in your life, if you're running to pornography to avoid the difficult conversations, if you're running to pornography to mask something that is going on in your life, what are you training yourself to do? What behavior are you conditioning in yourself? That you're scared of adversity, that you're scared of struggle, that you're scared of resistance? Today's video is all about you understanding that if you can get this out of your life, that there's a life meant for you with so much more meaning and purpose. But you can't walk in those things if you are not authentic to yourself. If you can't enjoy the time that you spend with yourself solo, individually, in isolation, if the real you can't come out in those situations, then the real you, the man that God created you to be, cannot walk out into the world in his true authentic self. Because there will always be this lingering doubt. There will always be this lingering thoughts, feelings, and emotions of what if this person that I'm talking to knew the truth about me? What if this person the situation that I'm going into really knew what I was doing just a couple hours ago? I know it because that was me for almost 2 decades. Riddled with guilt, riddled with anxiety. Anytime I walked into a situation, because I was so afraid of what would happen if they found out. But once I ripped the Band-Aid off and I said, hey, I'm not perfect. Just like every other man that struggles with lust. It's a part of our nature. But once you identify that and you stop looking at it as a shameful behavior, and just realize that it's due to lack of education, lack of understanding, lack of real awareness. But if you've been on this channel for any length of time, that excuse is now out the window. And it's time for you to take ownership and responsibility of your actions and behaviors. And one of the things that we really focus on in our course, in our curriculum, is helping you get clear on what it is you want out of this life. If you could have anything that you possibly could think about, if you could have anything that you dreamt about in the next 3 to 5 years, what would that life look like? Get real clear on that. And that's when I talk about creating a vision and an aim for your life to pull you out of bed. When you know exactly who you are and you know exactly who you were created to be and you have a plan to make that man become a reality. That is all the motivation and inspiration that you need to take on the day. And when you're clear on that and when your day is structured in a way filled with activities, filled with tasks, filled with responsibilities that are bringing you closer to that man. Well, every time you take on one of those tasks, every time you take on one of those responsibilities, that is all the dopamine that you need. Because when we understand how the brain system works, and that dopamine is a chemical that is released when we're in the pursuit of our goals. So we have to start this process, we have to start this plan by getting clear on the life that we want, getting clear on the man that we want to become, and then creating an action plan that we can execute upon every single day with small little victories, stacking wins over time. Then you go 30, 60, 90 days, your brain begins to change. It reboots, it rewires. You begin to see the world a whole lot differently. You begin to see purpose and meaning in every situation that is presented to you. Because now you know who you are. Now you know your place and how you fit into this world. And when you understand that, you realize every situation, every opportunity is aligned for you with your own meaning, with your own purpose associated to it. And that is where real fulfillment is found. When you understand what your purpose is, but then you're walking it out on a daily basis. So brother, today is really all about a motivation, maybe an inspiration. I don't know where you are in your journey right now. I don't know how long you've been struggling with this. I don't know how many attempts you've taken to try to get this out of your life. But I know for certain, without doubt, without failure, because it is what our students experience when they fully commit to the program, when they fully commit to the accountability, when they fully commit to allowing our assignments and exercises to change them from the inside. Some of them find deeper meaning and purpose in their work, hitting record months in their business. Some will find deeper meaning in their relationships. Some of them find deeper meaning in service of others. But like I said, each one of us has a unique calling on our life. And if you're interested in uncovering what that is, but I'd love to have the opportunity to help you. So what I've done is I've put a book together. It's a 7-step guide to living life without porn. Okay, I'm going to link it down there in the first pinned comment. The 7-step guide to living life without porn. The exact process that we walk our students and clients through on how to identify what their vision is, the bigger aim and calling on their life. But then how to recruit accountability, how to build discipline, build willpower, how to build belief systems in and of yourself. So those thoughts, goals, and dreams that you have can become a reality. But brother, if you can commit to the process of getting this out of your life, allowing your brain to unwire and rewire, I'm telling you, on the other side of this is a life filled with meaning, purpose, and everlasting joy. Guys, I really hope today's video spoke to you. If it did, like I said at the beginning, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn those post notifications on. But Frank Rich from Rebuild Recovery, letting you know that you're meant for more and that I believe in you. And if we can help you in any way, we appreciate you subscribing to the channel. We appreciate you downloading the book. I'll see you guys on the other side.